AFTV, we've just lost 1-0 at Villa Park, James. Dropped down to second in the table now. First and foremost, let me get your overall thoughts. It's one of those ones, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, my overall thoughts are I was about to swear. I'm really annoyed. We lost. I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated. But I'm finding it really hard to pin exactly where my anger, my frustration is.
Well, let's start with the attack. Let me direct where we talk first, because I believe the attack was what cost us today. I think defense to midfield, they've done a more than adequate job. I just think the attack let us down in the final third, and that could be through chances missed and scuffing chances in front of goal, or it could be down to the final ball.
Yeah, we're having a really good debate with Manel on this watch along. Like, kind of what counts as a chance. When I describe a chance, I mean any opening where I know most teams are punishing us for it. Now, McGinn and Bailey with a bit of quality, but they got near our goal, they showed some quality, they buried it. And I look at us and I go, you know what? Could Raya have done better? Could White have done better? Could Gabriel have done better? In the build-up, could Havertz and Zinchenko? Okay, what? But they showed some quality there, and they punished us because we're not going to be perfect over 90 minutes away from home. Look what they did to City the other night. Cool. Then we settled in the game well. And I'm seeing Zinni, who had a very indifferent game, some great moments, some bad moments, but my word was he finding passes in behind all the time. Martinelli in loads of space, Saka in loads of space. You know, we were talking about the deep block. This was no deep block.
No.
There were openings. How often do we sit here and, in a bad result, we go, well, the manager this, the manager that. I can't have any complaints with Arteta. The team went out and did everything to take control of that game. And when I say control, I mean play the football in the right areas. We won They were playing out the back poorly, Villa. We kept winning the ball high up the pitch. And in transition, we never, ever hurt them. And that's where I'm frustrated. But then, sorry, actually, I was about to move on to another point, but let's just stay on that point for a sec. People might say, the Saka one, for example, when he's put in behind by Rice, that's not a chance because obviously he's offside. But it is a chance. There's space to attack. The ball is executed. If you're slightly in line, and we were offside quite a lot today, it's a goal. That's a chance. It's not maybe statistically a chance, but it's a moment that Arsenal should have punished Villa for. We had a lot of those. Ødegaard should have scored a few. Jesus was in front of goal once or twice. Martinelli didn't have a great game. So a lot of my frustration is towards that, but there were other things in the game as well.
What was the other point you were going to move into?
I do think it's a pen on Jesus. I don't think it's one where I want to sit here, look down the lens of the camera and scream, F the PGMOL, all restaurants. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's an Arteta in a press conference moment. But I do think it's a pen. The margins went against us on that one. The Havertz one, I'm really undecided. We've all seen it differently. But the Havertz one, I mean the goal that's disallowed. We've all seen it differently. I thought Eddie clearly poked it in the back of the net. You can't see that. I thought he clearly poked it in the back of the net. And if he did, then therefore that goal should stand, because the rule is the goal scorer has to have handballed it. Havertz isn't the goal scorer. You can't, proximity is not a problem, not an unnatural position, and clearly it's touched Cash on the hand before. So if they want to rule out the goal but give a penalty, I can at least maybe forgive that. But for them to rule out the goal completely and give the ball to Villa, I thought was crazy. But if it has come off Havertz, then maybe I'm a little bit more forgiving, but you still can't then ignore that it came off Cash. So then you're looking at the handball rule going, what a mess. But that's a frustration too. I do think it went against us. Do you know where I'm really frustrated, I think? I rate Emery massively. I've actually been one of the people that sat here and gone, yeah, I think he deserved to lose his job when he did at Arsenal, but his first season was better than a lot of people give him credit for, and I've defended him. But I think I'm frustrated because the bitter fan in me thinks that people are going to run away with this as some Emery masterclass. Wednesday night against City, masterclass, brilliant. This was no masterclass. Yeah. I'm sorry, it wasn't. If we take our chances, if we kill him in the openings we had, we win that game 3-1. And that's where I'm frustrated that I'm seeing, and I get it, fair play to Villa, enjoy the win. I'm seeing, McGinn and Martinez. We all know how we feel about him. Martinez, and I'm sat there going, they shouldn't be feeling like this right now. So I think that's where a lot of the frustration is.
It's only game week 16, but it does feel like a big blow, because I looked at this game after the way they dominated against Man City as a big chance to send a message to Man City, to Liverpool, who are now top of the league. Is it Is it a big blow in game week 16? Is it one that you think could hurt us moving forward?
It doesn't change how I feel about the title race. All right, we're a point behind Liverpool. And the thing I'll say, do you know what, the only thing that worries about Liverpool, people talk about their goals and everything, that doesn't worry me too much. We were scoring a bag of goals last season. I still think defensively there are questions. That's not my worry. My worry is that they've gone to a lot of grounds. They've been to the Bridge, the Etihad, Newcastle, now Palace. Where else? So they've been to a lot of grounds that I'm like, okay, so I'm looking at that calendar going, when is that guaranteed defeat coming? So that is one thing I worry about when it comes to Liverpool. That's my main concern. Obviously, they're a good side. They've been there, Jurgen Klopp and all that. But it doesn't change my complexion on the title race massively because we'll end the weekend second, a point behind first, and 3 points behind Villa 3 points ahead of City if they win. It's not a bad position to be in. I'm not changing how I feel drastically about this team. Just there was an opportunity missed, and I think opportunities missed are frustrating when the team don't even show up and you sit there going, oh, you had a bad day. It didn't feel like a bad day from the team. It just felt like a bad day as football fans, as Arsenal fans, if that makes sense. So listen, we move. It's frustrating. Let's not dwell on it. I think what's going to sit with Arsenal fans, we had this run of Villa away, Brighton at home, Liverpool away, and there's another one in there, I think there's another one in there, and you kind of look at it, you go, maybe Luton was part of it, I can't remember.
And West Ham in there somewhere?
Yeah, West Ham after at home. And then you stop and you go, we played well enough to win this and we didn't. Are we definitely beating Brighton? I hope so. Then Anfield away. So, listen, we move.
No, we'll be there. Love.